Hey,
Okay,
now I
now I
see it's
see it's
coming.
coming.
Hello,
Hello,
Christina.
Christina.
Nice to
Nice
see
to
you
see you
here.
here.
I
I
wonder why
wonder why
it's
it's
not
not
shown
shown
in the
in the
number of
number of
people
people in
here.
here.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
weird.
weird.
If I'll
I'll
update
update
it.
it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Here
Here
people
people
watching
watching
now.
now.
Oh, you
Oh,
hear
you
two
hear two voices.
voices. That's
That's
weird.
weird.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
let's
see.
see.
Ah,
Ah,
maybe.
maybe.
Let me
Let me
display
display
that.
that.
Okay, how
Okay, how
about
about
now?
now?
Still two
Still two
voices?
voices?
It's better?
Better?
No?
No?
Give me
Give me
feedback.
feedback.
So I'll just pop it
Pop
up
it up
here.
here.
And make you visible.
Hmm.
What's
What's
happening?
happening?
Why
Why
it
it
is
is
two
two
voices?
voices?
How
How
about
about
I
I
will
will
play
play
with
with
that
that?
a little bit.
Okay, let me know. Is it the same two voices or not? How about now? Okay, very good. Yeah, it's OBS is recording voice from both sources somehow. Initially it should be one, but yeah, that's the first one, first stream. So let's see how it goes. And I don't think that will be too many people. I see only 3 people watching now, one person. I guess I'll just go to Twitter and share it there as well. Let's see if more people come. Hello. It's killing my laptop. Everything is running at the same time. Oh, I see 2 people watching. Okay, so I guess I will keep the chat here and wait for a couple more minutes, and then we can look at the chart, chat a bit, see what is happening, and maybe get some analysis or questions to answer and this kind of thing. Thanks for sharing. So, if anyone has some beer, go ahead and join me. Yeah, I'll wait for a minute. Thanks for being active. I see 6 people watching. Just give me a shout in the chat so I will know who is there. So pretty much in terms of the charts, pretty much as expected from the previous um, video which I posted a few days ago. It was something like 9,700s, and yeah, we dropped almost $4,000 down. So that is pretty reasonable. And now it's the question whether we are going to go lower or not. Oh yeah, let's start TA now. Okay, makes sense. TDS, I looked at TDS recently. I'm waiting for 4 hours, maybe 1 day. 1 day is too much probably. So currently for 4 hours, I think it's like 6 or 7. Let's see. Oh no, it's actually dropping. So it was a little bit higher. It was 6, yeah, and then it had the correction. I expected it will go something like 94, 9,500, and then it might be something like 8, 9, but not yet. And you see the count dropped, so probably we will not have this 9 on 4 hour anytime soon. So on 1 day, I don't know. It's still pretty early. So we are in the channel from this 8,000 to almost 10,000, and there's no enough kind of a time for this sideways move to come to the end of the count. So you see we are going from like 1 to 4 here. We're almost we're about to continue with a red count, but instead of that we had this huge correction to almost 10,000, and again we have this green count started, and since it's not that much of the change here, pretty much sideways, we couldn't have the momentum, and then we dropped recently. So again, green is over, now it's red is started, but yeah, it's still consolidating over here. So I don't think that we'll have anything valuable in terms of DMARC anytime soon. But still, I'm looking closely at 4 hours. So this is the most possible. But well, if it wouldn't be this one, this red, that would be much more promising in that regard. Generally, okay, let's I just follow the 12-12. Possible 12-12. I don't know what 12-12 means, but okay. So in terms of the general TA, what I would say is that we are apparently ended this rise, and technically we probably ended even the rise which we start from $3,400 to $3,800, and yeah, we couldn't go above 10,500 apparently. So we are lower than the previous low here. You see this is the point when everybody was expected maybe a correction lower, because we had a lower low here. Okay, it was quite of the rally after the sudden drop to $8,000. So it was apparently too massive maybe for the correction which we had here to 8,000. So we either should make a higher high, or this was a fake out to the upside. So we probably might go lower to the lower low than $8,000. So instead of that, we had this huge sideways. So in my opinion, like it is low. Well, on the one hand, it is lower than the resistance. So we're basically very close to the resistance, and usually it is the case when we have the potential for the breakout to the upside, as opposed to the case when we are above the support. So it's always like the case when we are trying to reach certain point and exhausting. If it is support, we are exhausting buyers. If it is resistance, we are exhausting sellers. When I say we, meaning the market, the players who are trying to push the price one way or another. So we were below the resistance here, which is like almost $10,000, and always, not always, very often this situation leads to the state when we are breaking it, and this is a true breakout. If we have a test after that, that's great. We can go higher. But in that case, the opposite thing. So on the other hand, despite of this obviously kind of bullish situation, what we had is that the price actually went to the lower high, and this was only one point when we went above it. Actually, considering this week, we didn't go above it, and still making a lower high, and one more here. So technically, it's still like 50-50. And in that case, although we had the massive trend to the upside before that, you might say that, okay, it's more prone to be broken to the upside. But, it's still not 100% certainty that will happen. Still, maybe like 40% chance that will go to the lower point. But, and the thing is, since we had, again, as I repeatedly mentioned many times in videos, as soon as we had such a massive rise from 4,000 to 10,000, we had to have a correction, and this was apparently not enough. This was more like down the short squeeze to the downside. So people who were expecting the price to go higher got liquidated. So then we had this the opposite move, and yeah, that's the thing which is happening. So concluding that, maybe I'm not that clear right now. So concluding all that, instead of an obvious break to the upside, we have this correction, right? And this 10% is quite a lot. And if you'll just look at this closely, without making any crazy TA like indicators, whatever. So what we have here is that we are constantly having lower highs, right? We are having lower lows. Right now, we are still at the point when the high here is higher, so we have the lower highs yet, and that's the area from where the price should go either to make a lower low or make a fake breakout to the upside, or finally this correction is over. So I personally don't think that this correction is over. I think that considering all that I said before, I think that this correction has a lot of room to grow to the downside, and apparently this might actually go a little higher, which I expected, and I posted my public trades to the with this take profits somewhere around $9,400. I hope that it will go there. From there, I was thinking to flip to a short trade again, but instead, yeah, we didn't go there. Volume is not that great. So in any case, there's still a chance that we'll continue to go to the upside a little bit more and then go lower. If we'll make a higher high, when I say higher high, it's not that pronounced high here, almost like a constant drop, but we have the low, so you might say that, okay, there's a high here. So if we'll make a higher high and go something about 9,600, then I would look probably at the situation something like this. So we'll make this higher high, we'll make a retest of the previous support and going like this. So if this area will hold, then I would say that, yeah, we might actually end this decline and continue to go above $10,500, because you see the $10,500 area has a lot of the liquidity there. So it was so reasonable to see that, to expect that the price will go there and just have this massive liquidity chunk to grab and then go down. So, but maybe because of this was too obvious, it just didn't happen. So I'm not sure, but in any case, I will look at the situation at this point, and I still have my long running, but probably I will close it if we'll see something like test of $9,000, a little bit below, maybe 8,900. I will close that, because I don't know. I don't believe that this area will hold. It will make some kind of a double bottom formation. So in that case, it's more reasonable to think that we'll continue going lower. And if we are going lower, this is really, really interesting situation then. So you see, if we go below 8,800, right, previous low, we are almost like at the same area of this support, right, something like 85 and so on. This is I wouldn't consider this area to be strong support because it's just the wicks of the candles made by mostly the squeezes when the price went too much to the downside. So as soon as we will go lower and to like 8,500, I would say that we probably probably we will reach the first area of stops, and then those stops will drag the price lower. And again, a little bit of the inertia here will help the price to move even lower again. And that is like a snowball effect, like avalanche. And we will go to the one more support area around 78 already. So you see, it's a huge, huge area, huge room, a lot of room to fall. So that is what you might expect to happen in the nearest future. If we, of course, wouldn't see the continuation of the rise here, will not make a higher high. But me personally, I don't think that this is possible. So guys, this is a short update on the TA here. So I'll just run the chat and see what's interesting here. I see Christine is very active. Thank you so much. I'm happy about it. So TDS can go red until bull confirms and start green 1. It depends on the time frame, but yeah, that's true. 8,900. Kinda 8,800, I would say. Oh, you mean 1212? 1212. Yeah, probably. Yeah, could be. Okay. Well, in any case, I'll wait for more questions from you guys. Actually, let's see how many people are watching right now. Maybe it's just me and Christina. Well, it was nice talking to you. Five people, 4 people. All right. Well, if you have any particular things to ask, go ahead. Meanwhile, I'll just open my beer here, the perfect sound. I'm drinking premium Yabisu beer, a Japanese local beer. Not so bad. 5 degrees alcohol. Not loading. Not loading, you mean the chart doesn't load? I tried to send a link for you. Oh, you mean, okay. No, I got what you mean, probably. That's fine. TV link. Trading view. Okay. Yeah, in the chart, maybe there are some settings. I shall look and see if there should be manage. No, it's moderators. No, I'm not sure. Maybe there is a way to make it available. Okay, I probably will look at this offline eventually, so not to waste time here. So cheers, guys. That was a mistake. That's what is happening when you're going live. A lot of fun. Okay, anything else? What can we talk about? I think it's also important to see what's happening in the traditional markets. So the S&P and Dow Jones and all those nasty guys are going pretty much sideways. And I think BTC is kind of doing the same thing with just a little bit more exaggerated move up and down and a little bit over the lag one way or another. But still, the tension is huge there. And I would say that at some point, the longer we are going sideways, the more likely we are doing where we'll have eventually the massive move one way or another. And people are scared. People are uncertain right now. Yeah. The indicator pivotal point. Okay, I think that I tested it once with a historical. So let me write the comment. What do you think about the indicator pivot or pivot? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's basically tracking the pivotal point of the price, and As I said, I tried to test it backwards. I would say that as the most of the indicators, it is lagging. And of course, you'll do like the long-term time frames, maybe weekly time frame or something. Stream is slow. Yeah, it might be. Oh, let me confirm. So the how does it go here? Maybe a little slow. No, it's not that bad. It doesn't seem to be that bad. Okay, sorry for jumping from one topic to another. And the indicator seems to be lagging, but for the longer time frame, it's okay. However, again, as most of the indicators, you can't use it um, uh, like a standalone signal because apparently it gives you a lot of the false signals there, and you need to combine it with, well, initially the price action based on the price and volume themselves, and only then it may help. Yeah, it may help, but I'd say it's not the standard one which I use. I prefer to have major oscillators and like RSI, and from oscillators, stochastics, and MACD, pretty much standard ones. Recently, as you may notice from the um, Telegram posts and Twitter posts, I do the tracking of TVS, uh, the mark, and they are doing pretty well for, okay, reconnection. Okay, sorry guys. I see that there was the disconnection from the OBS somehow. I'm not sure why, but now we are online again, and I'll just run the chat. So yeah. Well, anyway, it was kind of a test whether it is interesting and reasonable, and see how many people will watch and so on. So let me update the streaming page and see if there's any more people joined, or I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, still 4 people. Well, anyway, I'll wait for a few minutes here, and then if no more questions, we can wrap it up. Since price pumps, volume is declining. That is partially true in my opinion, but not 100%, because let me show you the daily chart. Yeah, my browsing is also slow, probably because of the streaming. I had this MacBook Air laptop, probably should be better, something more advanced here in order to run the stream. Okay, let me reconnect. But basically what I was going to show is the drop from $10,000. Do I have the internet connection problem? I hope that's not. Oh my God, that's bad. Oh yeah, I hope that you still see me. Yeah, I think you still see me. What's wrong here? Everything fine. Okay, something wrong with TradingView. Apparently on my part. So let me try to open it again. I wonder. That's weird. Internet is working, but TradingView does not. Okay, let me actually try to do it like this. See if TradingView is working in general. Technical issues. Huh. I don't know. Well, in any case, what I was going to say, the volume changes, is that was dropping from, sorry, it was rising from the point of the drop when it was something like 10 to 4, of course, because of the sudden move. And then eventually the volumes start to decrease, as you said, as the price goes going up, the volume is decreasing. And then after that, we had kind of a sudden move from maybe 7,000 to 8 and to 9. And then eventually there was a significant increase in volume as well at this point. So we're kind of having this kind of shape going from top to higher, lower, and then again higher. And at that point, this higher point, it was $10,000, and then we start to decline again, like 9,900. So but it's not a promising one because again, as we have this rise to the previous high, basically $10,000, with the
distribution of the price action, meaning that we had accumulation at the bottom, well, kinda, and then the same distribution with the pretty much similar symmetry. So not so great in terms of the expectation for the price going higher at that point, but we'll see. So I don't know. Oh, okay, TradingView is live again. I don't know what's happening with my charts here. Should be okay. So maybe I'll be able to show what I meant. Yeah, I guess the streaming software is a little bit too heavy for this laptop which I'm currently using, so maybe I shall upgrade it or something like that if I want to stream properly. Sorry for that, those technical issues, guys. I'll fix it. Yeah, I see the TradingView is also slow, so apparently that's the issue of the recording. Hello. All right, so that's what I wanted to say. So you see, this was the peak of the volume here, and it was going down, and then we had the rise here, and the volume here at the bottom, pretty much this is the same as the volume here at the top. So kind of what you would expect for the lower point and for the higher point for the midterm trend. This is an indication for the potential breakdown to the downside. Breakout to the downside. All right, guys, so I guess that I'm pretty much done with this test stream. Thank you for joining and for letting me do this first stream which we had here. Hopefully we'll make it better next time. Let me know in the comments and in the Telegram as well if you want to know more next time. Actually, I did mention this stream in the previous video, but eventually I will do maybe some announcement beforehand. So maybe like once in a week, maybe, if you're interested, we can do this kind of streaming. And yeah, hopefully it will be useful for you and fun for both of us, for all of us. And meanwhile, I'll continue my beer. Some refreshment and some bonus for the hard week which we had. And that is probably it. So let me know if you want to know more, and send me some messages on Telegram and Twitter. So far that is it for today, guys. We'll make a new update probably In a couple of days I will make a video about the the effects of the halving, or halving, depend whatever you like to call it, and we will discuss if it is actually affecting the price in the major way, and short term, long term, and how and why and what to expect. All right, that is it for today. Thank you again for joining me with this stream, and that is it. Goodbye, guys. Safe trading.